Hi everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. So today is my performing arts Q&A. I put out a little Insta story and everyone sent in loads of questions, so thank you so much. I'm really excited to film this. It's something that I haven't really spoken that much about on the channel, but hopefully it's a little bit interesting, especially if you yourself are into performing or if you're just nosy. So I have a little tea here and I'm just using the natural light because it is so hot and sunny today. I think it's getting up to 30 degrees. It is currently 10:30 and it is already so hot. The skies are just completely blue. I think it's going to be a really beautiful day, but hot, and I have our big doors closed. So yeah, I feel like it's going to be a hot, sweaty one. But yeah, I'm gonna film this Q&A and then I'm just gonna have a really lovely chilled day. My parents are popping over. I think we're gonna go to the range and Home Bargains and yeah, just have a lovely day and enjoy the sunshine. But yeah, I just wanted to say a huge thank you for sending in all of your questions. I had a little look through and there's some really good ones and a lot of them are different as well, which is good. So I'm gonna try and get through as many as I can. Apologies if I don't get round to answering your question. But yeah, I'm gonna try and be as quick as I can and get through as many as I can. So let's start. So the first question is, where did you train and was it worth it? So first of all, I went to the Brit School. I went there for sixth form and I loved it there. Probably hands down my favourite school. Out of any school I've been to, it was incredible. I had the most amazing 2 years. I did a BTEC in musical theatre and honestly I had the time of my life. I loved it there and I was really sad to leave and still to this day I feel like Brit School need to do a degree course so that you can stay. I mean, I don't know if they do that. They might do that already. But yeah, hands down, I loved it. And yeah, so I went there for sixth form. You can go there for your GCSEs as well. But I stayed at my secondary school for them. And yeah, loved it. And then for my degree, I trained at Arts Educational Schools London, which is in Chiswick. And again, it was a very challenging 3 years. There was ups, there were downs. And overall, I do think it was worth it in regards to the school has a great name and it really does put you at the forefront with auditions when you leave and agents. So we did a showcase at the end of our 3 years. Loads of agents came and I signed with an agent from that. So in regards to that, I really feel like it was worth it because I don't think I would have had the opportunities if I didn't go there. And I had some amazing opportunities whilst I was there. We performed on West End stages quite a lot and we met people in the industry, like choreographers and directors, and I had some real big highs there. But I also had, oh sorry, it's a massive bumblebee. I thought that was inside there, but it's outside. I had some real big highs there, but it was tough. It was really challenging. I feel like it might be quite different now. I went there a long time ago. I graduated in 2012, so it has been quite a while. And I feel like a lot more emphasis now is put on mental health for the students. So I do feel like it's going to be a completely different experience if you did go today. But yeah, it was tough. Drama school is a whole different ball game, and yeah, overall I definitely think it was worth it. But that being said, I don't think that it is necessary. I think if financially drama school is not an option for you and if you don't get into these top drama schools, I really don't feel like it is a complete necessity. I think it is worth it and I think it does help you. Like, I didn't have to do any of the, I didn't have to write to agents when I left. I didn't have to, you know, do all of that kind of stuff which you would have to do if you didn't train. So I don't think it's a necessity, but I definitely think it does make it easier. So yeah, kind of weighing up your options. But if you don't get in or it's just not an option for you, I wouldn't give up. If it's something you really, really want to do, you can definitely do it without training. So yeah, that's what I would say. What got you into performing live in front of big audiences, and what helped boost your confidence? So I started, my mum did loads of amateur dramatics, and I started performing in those shows, I think since I was 6. I think I was really young. I think I was only in like one number. But yeah, I started doing Amdram like from a really young age. So I was always kind of quite confident with performing in front of large audiences. And then I did a lot of dance. I did dance exams. So I kind of felt that, like, that feeling of nerves and pressure quite early on. So I feel like I was lucky in that way, that I sort of was prepared for that when I started to do it professionally. But yeah, I mean, I do get nervous, like everyone gets nervous. Weirdly enough, I definitely find performing to a large audience on a stage a lot less nerve-wracking than auditions. Auditions are pretty much the scariest part, I feel, of being a performer, which is odd because I don't know why I feel less nerves walking out in front of thousands than I do walking into a panel of like 5 people. But yeah, I definitely find auditions way scarier than performing on stage to a lot of people. Let me know in the comments if anyone is the same as me in regards to that. What has been your favourite role? Oh my gosh, that's really hard. So whilst I was at the Brit School, I feel like this might be my favourite role ever. I played Julie Jordan in Carousel, and I honestly loved it. I had the time of my life, and I love Rodgers and Hammer style. I love that style of musical, and yeah, I really, really loved it. Even though it was so many years ago now, it's still one that just stays in my head. I also really enjoyed being a princess in pantomime. I was Cinderella, and I loved that as well. Also on the cruise ships, we just did so many different shows. I think my standout, one of my favourite roles was we did West Side Story, and I played Maria, and I loved that. Again, I just loved the music. I loved singing it every night, and yeah, that was pretty much my dream role. So yeah, I feel like they're all my favourite roles so far. And I think it's just down to the music. I just love those musicals. I love all the old style musicals, and I love singing them. So yeah, I think they were my favourites. Hardest part of the job, aside from like the physical aspect of it, because obviously it's very tiring and you're working long days and it's very physically exhausting, especially if it is a very dance heavy show. So aside from the physical side, which is hard, I would say the rejection is probably the hardest part as a performer that you have to deal with. When you're auditioning, you are rejected on pretty much a weekly basis, and I think it's quite hard when people aren't in the profession to completely understand how that feels. Like, it's very, very tough, and you have to build up a very thick skin, because half of the time the rejections aren't really to do with anything that's in your control. Obviously you can control your training, you can control, you know, how prepared you are for the audition, but a lot of the times it's not really based on that. It'll be based on something like height, look, you know, things that are completely out of your control, and you just really have to have such a thick skin, and you just have to keep going. And I'd say that is the hardest part, because there have been so many times, especially when I was younger and I was straight out of college auditioning, and I was going to auditions pretty much weekly, and that was the hardest part, was picking yourself up every time something didn't go your way. So yeah, I'd definitely say that is the hardest part. And probably the part that takes the most training in regards to like mentally training. Do you ever want to go on West End / tour? I would love to. I think right now in the stage of my life, it's not really a possibility right now. When I left drama school, I was auditioning for a lot of West End shows and a lot of tours, and I did get down to the finals for quite a few. And, you know, I was very, very close to some quite big shows. And yeah, again, like I said, it was tough, like rejection wise, but I was very fortunate that I did go on to perform professionally on cruise ships and pantomimes and all these other different things. But yeah, obviously I would absolutely love to. I think if it was going to become a possibility right now, I would have to get a new agent that was going to get me into the room. I would have to kind of brand myself in a different way. Obviously I'm older now, so I'd need like, I think I just need a complete overhaul of show reel and headshots. And yeah, it's a tough life auditioning for West End. So I feel that right now, I don't think I'm in the right space or time of my life to go 100% into that. But in the future, never say never, and yeah, if the opportunity arose, I would definitely love to. Do people recognise you at Legoland? Would it be weird for us to say hi to you and Martyn? No, definitely not weird. I love meeting subscribers. Obviously at work it is a little bit different. So if I am friends with a character at the time, you can of course say hi, but you will be speaking to my friend. But yeah, obviously you can say hi, and if you see me out and about at Legoland or, you know, anywhere really, please do say hi, because I love chatting to subscribers. I love putting like names to faces, and yeah, it's always great when someone says hi. So yeah, definitely not weird, but yeah, just be aware if I am friends with the character, then you'll be talking to my friend. This question is, I'm gonna slightly change how it's worded, but how hard is it to stay friends with certain characters around people I know? Not that hard. Obviously it's a little bit harder. This is quite a hard question to answer. But yeah, not too hard. I actually think it's really fun. So yeah, no, I don't find it that hard. And of course, if the person you're speaking to totally gets it and they're, you know, addressing my friend, then it's fun, it's good. Are there any classes and agencies in the London area you recommend? So agent wise, there are a lot of agents, and there's a lot more agents around nowadays than there was when I graduated. I think the best place to start is to look on the stage. I think they have like a long list of agents and also contacts. I think that's online now. But yeah, with agents, I would definitely just ask around and see what agents your friends are with that they would recommend, and also look at people that you aspire to be like, and then see who their agents are. But yeah, I'm a little bit out the loop with agents. I'll probably be asking the same question if I ever want to get a new agent. So yeah, with agents, I'd definitely start looking online, and yeah, just make sure that they're the right fit for you. Also, a little bit of advice, never ever pay upfront to join any kind of agency. So how an agent works is that they will take commission on jobs that you do. So never pay up front. If they're asking you to pay like an upfront fee, then stay clear. They're not an agent that you would want. So yeah, like respected agents will never ask for any kind of fees for joining. Classes, when I was leaving drama school and living in London, I went to Pineapple Dance Studios a lot. I know it's a classic, I know loads of people go there. But yeah, there are some amazing classes at Pineapple. There's also Bass Studios, which is quite a new one. and there is Dance Works as well. But yeah, absolutely tons of dance classes in London. But yeah, I used to go to Pineapple Dance Studios probably the most. They've got such a wide range of classes, it always has such a good feel about it, and yeah, probably my top pick. Also, at the moment, I am part of Sing Space, which is a great online platform. If you don't have the time, or you don't have, you know, the means to get into London, Sing Space is so good for daily singing training. So you do a vocal gym, which is like a half an hour Monday to Friday daily singing lesson. It's different every day, it's live, but then you can also catch up at a time that suits you. There's also workshops, and they have choirs in London, so if you are London based, you can join their choir, and I would highly recommend it. I'll leave the link in the description box if you want to take a look. But if you are a singer and you want to keep up that daily practice, then Sing Space is great, and I would highly recommend it. There's so many dance classes and dance things that you can do online as well. I feel like a lot of these dance studios now set up online classes. I think that was due to the pandemic, but I think a lot of them have carried them on. So again, if you're not London based or you can't get to class and you just want to do it at home, there are so many options online for that as well. Is that really you riding the jet ski? Best job ever. Yes. That is me when I am friends with my girl Olivia, and yeah, it's a pretty cool perk of the job. Yeah. A lot of people, when they come see the show, they're like, oh my gosh, I want to ride around on a jet ski every day. And I'm like, yeah, I lucked out with that one. It's a pretty cool part of it. What is a typical day like at your current performer job? So I'm currently a performer at a theme park. My day starts around 9:30, and I get ready for the day, makeup, hair, all of that. We will then do some meet and greets, so a lot of photos, a lot of meeting everyone. Then we do a dance interactive, so that will be teaching a dance, and then we will have a little bit of a break, and then the shows will start. At the moment, we're doing 4 shows a day. The shows are about 25 minutes long, full out as well. So in the heat at the moment, it's a pretty intense day. So we do 4 shows throughout the course of the day, and yeah, it's an amazing job. I love it. I love being able to perform every day. The staging area is incredible, and yeah, I love it. But yeah, it's intense. How quickly did you start working professionally after leaving drama school? I was very lucky that I started working pretty quickly. I left drama school in the summer, and then I was working in pantomime as a princess at Christmas professionally. So yeah, I was very lucky, and yeah, I got a professional job pretty soon after leaving, which I was so fortunate for. So yeah, I really love that job as well. It was a great job. But honestly, it can take people weeks, it can take people months, it can take people years. You can also get a job and then be out of work for like a year and a half and then get another one. It really is, like I said before, it's quite, it can be very sporadic. And yeah, just because you are in a job at the moment, it doesn't mean that you're going to be in a job forever. And I think that is also one of the toughest things about performing and the performing life in general. Probably one of my biggest advice is to find something that you love to do alongside it that isn't performing, because for those times when you are out of work, if you still enjoy the job that you're doing, then that is such a massive bonus. And that can be really hard to find, and something I haven't completely mastered yet. But yeah, if you can find something to do alongside performing, or when you're out of work or performing, that you love, then that is amazing. I really love this YouTube channel because it's such a creative outlet that I have more control over. I think there's so much that's out of your control when you're a performer. So yeah, I love having something that's creative that's mine. Well, mine and Martyn's, but something that we can, you know, be creative and choose what we film, choose what goes out, and yeah, I love that. So I'll just do a couple more because I'm getting really hot. What dance classes did you do when you were younger? So I did ballet, I did modern, I did jazz. I did like a 3-hour Saturday class, which was jazz, singing and acting for 3 hours, which I loved. And I did grades in ballet and I did grades in modern. Another class which I wished I'd done, but obviously I just didn't have enough time, was tap. I would have loved to have done tap when I was younger. I did a little bit in college, but yeah, I would have loved to have studied tap at a younger age. But it's never too late, and I would like to start adult tap lessons somewhere. So that is definitely a goal for the future. What inspired you to be a performer? I really feel like, because my mum loves musicals. She danced a lot when she was younger, and then she did Amdram. So I feel like she inspired me the most because I saw her doing it and I loved it, and then I started at a young age, and yeah, I feel like it was definitely my mum, and she was so supportive and loved it as well. Like the joy that it brought her really did pass on to me. And yeah, I'd probably say my mum, and then I have I love Julie Andrews. She's probably my biggest inspiration performer wise. But yeah, I think my mum. What advice would you give as I'm going to a musical theatre uni in September? I would say congratulations, and I hope you have the most incredible time. So yeah, I would say enjoy it, soak up everything you can, take risks, because now is definitely the time to do it, and obviously listen to constructive criticism, but anything that isn't, try and let it go over your head, and don't let it beat you down. Just keep going, stay true to yourself, and yeah, have an amazing 3 years and make friends for life. Like some of my bestest friends are from drama school, so yeah, have the best time. Do you have an agent? At the moment I don't. I left my agency about 3 years ago now. They were the same agent that I had since leaving drama school, and they were great. I feel like eventually, if I did want to go more into West End or tours or TV and film, then I would definitely get an agent, because they can help you so much with getting in the door to things. I think, like I was saying before, the current season of my life, I don't think I'm ready to have another agent and to like dive headfirst into those big auditions. But yeah, I think in the future, if I do decide that I do want to, you know, dive headfirst into those auditions, then I will look for a new agent. But yeah, if you are looking for an agent, I'd say the biggest thing to have is a show reel, because they need to be able to see you act, see you sing, see you dance, whatever it is that's your strengths. Yeah, I definitely try and have something. It doesn't have to be professional, but just try and have something that you can show someone, because they need to see that, because they can't just take your word. So yeah, also if you are in something, invite them along so they can see you, and all of those things. But yeah, don't have one at the moment, but who knows, maybe in the future. And then this is the last question I'm gonna do. Do you prefer performing on a cruise ship or in a theme park? That's really hard. Both have their good points. I feel like they both fit in with where I am in life. So like, whilst I was performing on a cruise ship, it was the perfect time to perform on a cruise ship. I was younger, and I think it was the perfect time to travel, and I made amazing memories. I met Martyn. Like, the shows were incredible. I got to do 10 different shows, and I really, it was just all very fast, like fast paced, but exciting and fun. And I got to explore so many different aspects of being a performer. I challenged myself because I had to, you know, do solo cabarets, which I'd never done before. I had to sing stuff which was completely out of my comfort zone. I was a singer dancer, so I got to dance so much as well. And I love some of the shows. Like, some of the shows we did on the cruise, like, will forever be probably like the most challenging shows I've ever done and the most fun. So I feel like that part of my life was amazing, but I feel like right now it wouldn't work. I kind of, with a cruise ship, I definitely came to the end of my kind of time of wanting to live on a cruise. If that makes sense. If I could pick up the shows and put them on land, then I'd definitely do that. But I think the whole aspect and all the other things that came with living on a cruise ship, I much prefer living on land. And I feel like for this time in my life where I am that little bit older, working in a theme park is just incredible at the moment. I have my evenings, so I can have like a social life, and I feel very settled. Like, obviously we have bought our house, and yeah, I feel very settled and content, and I'm very lucky that I have a performing job that fits into that as well, because a lot of performing jobs do take you out of that more settled lifestyle, because you might be on tour, or you might be abroad, or you might be working a lot of evenings. So I feel very lucky and happy at the moment, and I think if I was to choose right now, I would pick working in the theme park just because it fits into my life better. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, I don't know, that's a really hard question, but right now I'm very happy where I am, and yeah, I'm very grateful for my job. So I hope you enjoyed that Q&A. I could maybe do another one if there's anything more like specific that you wanted to know about. I feel like drama school is a huge topic in itself. I kind of skimmed the surface, but I didn't really go deep into my time at drama school. But if that is something that the ups and the downs, so if that is something that you are interested in because you are going to drama school or considering it, then I could maybe do another Q&A and a bit more in depth about that. But yeah, I didn't want to go too much into it in this one. I thought I would just kind of skim the surface. But yeah, drama school is a whole different ball game in itself. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe for a lot more, and I'll see you soon. Bye!